when you want to reshape something and customize it, and you can't really think of how you want to do it. Let's say I want to change basically the shape of the frame that I have my C-slug in. Okay, so how I'm going to do that is I'm going to use my direct selection tool, and I'm going to use right here. So this is the pen tool normally. I'm going to use add anchor point, delete anchor point, and convert directional point tools. So if I add an anchor point to this C-slug, you can see that's going to add these blue dots all around my square, my rectangle. And you can do this for frames, you can do this for text boxes, you can do this for any type of frame. So a frame with an image in it, a frame with a text box, or just a colored box. And I'm going to use my direct selection tool. If I click out and then click on my, click out and then click on my box again, you can see that these blue lines have turned white. And what that means is those are now ready to be moved. So I can take them and I can now change the type or the shape of box I have. Now, this is something that needs to be practiced. It's something that it's really convenient if you want to create stark right angles, things like that. I don't know why you would use a shape like the one that I'm creating right now, but you can think outside the box. You can change things into triangles. You can change them into specific types of shapes that you would need them for. Let's say I wanted to round some of these corners. My option then would again be to go here to the pen tool, and my convert direction point tool is going to change corners into rounder objects. Now, this takes practice. This one takes a whole lot of practice, but it does create a really cool effect if you get good at it. I am not good at it, but you can see I'm creating kind of a cloud look here. It could go really wonky. It could go like back to normal. There's all kinds of options, and unfortunately, if you kind of move things around, sometimes it's hard to get it back where you want it. So remember that Control Z will undo anything that you do. Okay, even more. There you go. But you can create like a sea slug cloud or something. I don't even know what I'm creating here. But remember, you can use the add anchor point tool. You can remove anchor points, and then using your white direct select arrow, I now have a sea slug glob here that I could use for anything. You can do it for text also. So if I use this, I can click out of it sometimes, click back in helps. I can change the shape of my text or the text frame that I want to use. And again, for fun effects, these are options that you have in the event that you need to reshape your text or reshape an object, especially if you're creating a text wrap around it. I'm just messing this up even more. So keep that in mind. Use it if you want, don't if you don't want to. Clear it with the person, your graphic design editor or your editor-in-chief before you start messing with things too much, because again, you want to make sure that it's readable, you want to make sure that it's easy to follow, and you want to keep things looking professional. So always remember that.